Good afternoon, my dear students. Today I am going to teach you the topic degrees of comparison. Actually, there are three types of degrees of comparison. The first one is positive. Degrees of comparison are used when we describe person or a thing. Generally, we use these degrees of comparison to describe a person or a thing because degrees of comparison always deals with adjective. Adjective is nothing but to to tell the quality of a noun. Okay, to show the quality of a person or a thing or an object. This is about degrees of comparison. Now let us see positive comparison. This used for when we only describe one person or thing. Whenever you want to describe, whenever you want to tell the quality of a person or a thing, generally we use this positive comparison. And we are not comparing anything here. Okay, in this comparison, positive comparison, the comparison will not be with any other object or a person. We are just telling the quality of a person or a thing in this positive comparison. For example, the house is big. We just here we just say the house is big. It shows that it shows the quality of a quantity of a house. It shows or it describe the noun. Here the noun is house. How it is big. Okay, adjective shows how a how an object is or how a uh, noun is. Okay, that's why we can say the house is big. Now let us see the second one, comparative degree. This is when we compare two people or two things to each other. Whenever we want to show the comparison between two people or two things, then we generally use this comparative degree, right? For example, if we want to write the adjective in comparative degree, we have to add er to the adjective. For example, fast is in positive, then faster should be in comparative. In this comparative, we have to add er to the adjective. I am tall, is taller. Slow, slower. Big, bigger. Small, smaller. Tall, taller. Okay, in this we can say that we will have to add here to the adjective. This is about comparative degree. Let us see one example. The house is big but my house is bigger, or my house is bigger than his house. Here we can see that there are two, the comparison can be taken place between two objects. Okay, I am taller than Ramu. Here I am comparing with Ramu, and it shows the quality of both the people. Okay, this is about comparative degree. We generally this comparative degree in the sentences where we can see two nouns, right? Now let us see superlative degree. Used when comparing more than two people or things. We generally compare more than two people or things. Whenever you want to compare more than two people or two things, then we generally use the superlative degree. If you want to show the comparison more than two, or more than two objects or more than two people, then we will use this type of comparison, right? Next, fast, faster, fastest. Fast is a positive degree. Faster is a comparative degree. Fastest is a superlative degree. Slow is a positive degree, and slower is a comparative degree, and slowest is the superlative degree. Big, bigger, biggest. Here, big is the uh, s- uh, positive degree, and bigger is the comparative degree, and biggest is the superlative degree. Small, smaller, smallest. Tall, taller, tallest. These are all the adjectives that we see in degrees of comparison. Examples: he was the fastest in the bicycle race. Here he is comparing with the rest of the people who participate in bicycle race. Okay, here we can see the comparison among the people. We can see the comparison between more than two people. That's why we can say that it is a superlative degree. Okay, now let us see some examples. Superman was the strongest and the fastest of all the superheroes, but Spider-Man was the most flexible. Here we can see that Superman was the strongest. If there are many Supermans, then is the strongest of those superheroes or Superman, right? These are the degrees of comparison. I would like to conclude this topic by explaining the definition of the degrees of comparison. First one is positive degree. Positive degree is the sentence in which we can find no comparison, and we just say that describe how the noun is. We generally describe the noun. Okay, I am uh, I am tall. Here I am just telling about how I am. It shows the quality of mind. Okay, if we go to comparative degree, then we can say that in comparative degree, uh, when there is a comparison between two people or two objects, then it is called comparative degree. See, I am taller than Ravi. Here I am comparing with Ravi. So we can see the comparison between two people or two things or two objects, right? Next, we can see that superlative degree. Here the comparison takes place more than two people. Superlative, which shows the degree. It depends upon their degrees of comparison. Okay, this is about three types of degrees of comparison. Thank you all for listening this class.